Good morning, everybody. Today is Hump Day. Woo! Hump Day, yo. It is Wednesday. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's do a quick tour around Blueberry Hill. Got to make sure we don't call it the base because we're not at Mount Ruver. Okay, so here's what we've gotten accomplished. There's the starting point. We moved Eagle 1 up here to the roof. We got the landing spot done. We have done no painting up here. We haven't put in any guardrails or safety anything. We do have our, why is this a different shape? Um, Doorway going down. Oh, it's because it's a single plate. That's why it's different. Yeah, it's not because there's a transition, it doesn't match up. We'll have to rotate this. Well, actually, we'll have to wait until we paint the landing area up here and then see how the color changes. All right, we've got our ladders, ways, stairways, railings all complete. We finished the floor. That's all we got done in here. Um, we did all the decorating placeholders, so the skeleton work is all here. We need to finish that. And for that, we need materials. And luckily for us, we've had a couple of spawns come in. Um, we've gone over and picked up a bunch of stuff. We bought a bunch of stuff. We got a bunch of blueprints. It has been weird because most of the time, here's the battery room. Let's check on the batteries. Batteries are at 100%. Wow. We got our little control seat up here so we can recharge. We've got a lot of naming to do. We're going to have to do that as we're working. This one should be easy though. Let's at least let's tackle these one by one as we're getting in here. Yeah, it's important to go through the control panel and fix and name stuff. If you have never played multiplayer, naming is a huge thing, and it's important in single player also. Here's why. You come along and you shut off your docked ship's battery 1. Well, if all the batteries on your main base are also named battery 1, they will get shut off also. Because when it looks on the grid, it doesn't look for a unique identifier, a name, or anything. How far is this thing transmitting? 500 meters, but it's off because we don't need it on because we got a beacon. Um, we added a little bit of safety railing to get down to the mine pit, which has gotten quite huge. At one point, we dug ourselves back out over here just to, one of these became an exit mark. Yeah, just so we can get out of here. But Blueberry Hill is definitely much more repaired. It's in better shape than when Engineer 2 left it. We have all of this to finish. We put in the glass work though. So we're in pretty good shape. But as I said, we need materials. Unknown signal, 2 kilometers. How are we on fuel? Plenty. Let's grab that unknown signal and we'll talk about what the plan is for this morning. The plan is to get away from Blueberry Hill as quick as possible. We're not, we're not here to build another base. That's why we have Mount Ruver. It's just we're here and it was damaged. And I made the comment, oh man, we got to fix it up. So I am actively trying to keep the repairs to a minimum. I realize that what we're doing here for some people might look like a come on, some kind of major, production, but it's a base, and we're here with a crew of 14. They're missing. We don't know where they are. We don't know when they're going to show up, and they need a place to sleep and eat and go about their business. Now, where did that can go? Come on. That's the thing we came here for. How did we pick anything up? No, just scrap. There it is. Okay, come on. Big money, big money, big money. Whammy. Come on. Uh, okay. Neither big money nor whammy. But, all right, we'll head on back and then we will head over because I don't know if you can see it there on the bottom, but there it is. Farm, the Hahn family, and the Cobb family. With all of our running around picking up ore, we found an iron boulder, which wound up being a combo boulder. And the antenna or the craters that we've been mining, we've accumulated enough miles on our pedometer that we tripped off the game. And she's given us, yeah, we got a lot to do over here too. So here's the factory. Again, we still do not have a full assembler. Sad for us. We could put the O2H2 generator here. Now that's too crammed in. So this little doohickey, which we didn't finish, we're going to put an arm out here. Yeah, we're going to come out here with an arm. We put some of the girder work in underneath. We haven't finished it though, but at least it's there. Let's see how we're doing on steel real quick. Where's our steel? Steel plate, hello? Hello? And the answer is none. Well, that's not cool. All right, let's queue up 3,000 steel plate, 1,000 comps, 1,000 of this, and 100 of that. We'll let this get working because what we're going to do is put an extension out here. That pipe, that line will become the connection to, matter of fact, you know what? Let's drop it down a notch. Yeah, let's bring it down, fam. Let's bring it down. Grab some steel plate real quick. No, 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 no. No. Focus. Focus. We got to go raid those 2 farms. We're good on food, water. How's our hydrogen tanks? Let's get that. So as soon as we get there, we can hop right out and get the business. Okay. We need to go through all these. Yeah, but I don't want to drop them. So put them over here. This is not the one that we've, so we haven't gone through these yet. So we'll leave them over here so they're not taking up inventory. They don't take up a lot, but you know, hey, it adds up. Okay, we're heading over to the farms. Let's get back on the road. Okay, gyro's on, hydrogen engine off. Air system is on. Lights are on. Kitchen, assembler, and refinery are all off. Okay. Cameras are on. Batteries are on auto at 100%. Engines are on. And now we are unlocked. All right, let's get out of here. Be back in a bit with a lot of stuff. Okay. Which farm are we going to first? Hey, to all of you joining, thanks for joining in. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, you can catch us on Discord. Also, the server Intense Summer Heat is open for anyone if you'd like a challenge. And I will warn you, this is a challenge. Between all the game settings that we have going on, plus grind to learn, the progression system is not something to play with. Okay, the Han Farm. We've been at this for, also, this is Engineer 3. We're at Engineer 2's base, which we were surprised to find. Oh, man, come on. Tell me that's just the antenna. We have no ammo. I mean, that's sort of the sad thing about it. All right, number 6. We got to put the turret is not on. No, she's not. Why have we not done that? There's some reason with the turret that we have it off. Where is that? There it is, the Gatling. She's in the toolbar config for us to add it somewhere to. Yeah, she's right there on bar 7. We should have. Oh man, we forgot to turn our beacon on and our ore detector. How did we miss that? Okay, let's see what we got here. That is just the antenna. There's no weapons outside. All right, so we're heading in. Our biggest concern is that we get shot at and we got to do repairs, so be prepared to fly off. Not seeing anything yet. All right, bring her down. Yeah, weapon ammo production, the way we have the mods that we have on and the settings is just arduous process. So, your chances of just gunslinging your way around the map to get out of here is not going to be easy. You're really going to have to work for it. All right, let's set her down. Get both landing gears turned on just in case we know wherever we land. Engines off. Okay. Let's start. So here's the reason that we're salvaging all these places. We are desperately looking for bookmarks. Not bookmarks. We're looking for uh, yeah, we're looking for blueprints. Make sure there's nothing in there internal. Nope. You know what? I'm thinking the game sounds are turned off. Are we taking any batteries back to the base? I mean, we got 4. This could wind up being a pretty quick looting here. Let's put the game sounds on first off there, because people don't want to just listen to you nonstop. They want to hear the game audio. Okay. What's the biggest thing we need here? Well, we need copper, as we always do. We have a lot of it on hand, but we also need iron. Really, we need everything. We need all the basic parts. The other thing that I did, which I mentioned yesterday, was I emptied all the parts off of Eagle 1. So this is just a scrap salvage mission. Give us all the scrap you can. You know what? Let the base refinery do it. We got a big old refinery at the base. It can easily handle all this. We just want to carry this stuff back as quick as possible and let it do the work. So one of the questions that I've had people ask is, especially because they're watching me play, why am I grinding stuff down if my inventory is full? And the answer is you got to grind it down anyway. And it's, like we have a clean surface here for it to land on. So it's not like we're going to lose it. And the most important thing that we came here for, I don't see, which is a locker. Here we go. Let's see if this gives us one. Nope, a grinder. I mean, we'll throw it in the tool crib. We'll throw it in the tool crib. I mean, this is the sort of thing we'd be doing with a grinding ship. We'd be coming through here just taking everything, and we'd be doing our sorting later. Or if you do it the right way, you go in and you do your sorting first. so that you know where you're going to be grinding and for what. I mean, that's a big component to this whole process. So the server name is Intense Summer Heat. Started back in pre-Memorial Day, and it is meant to be a very difficult challenge. You will hear people throw around phrases like, "Ah, this is the hardest ever, hardest ever." It's like, really? All right, well, tell me how you fail, because here you can fail. You know, I mean, that's the thing. If it's the hardest ever, there's got to be a way to fail. And if I can't fail, then it's not the hardest ever. Here's how you can fail here. You run out of food. You run out of water. You never build somewhere to sleep. And all of those constantly eat away and kill your character. You know, well, that just means I die and I respawn. Well, that's where we're playing on a self-imposed Iron Man setting. See, if we die and we lose our survival kit, medical rooms, we respawn back at the menu, we wipe. There is no just give me another ship and let me go back at it there, coach. Because you can go back at it, but you're going back at it as a brand new slate. Now that's the self-imposed setting that I'm on. Anyone else on the server is not required to play at that level. As it is, I have people quitting every day because, you know, they say stuff like, I want a challenge, I'm here for hardcore. And then, you know, the next day I got this message about somebody whining, this is too hard, I can't do this. It's like, well, go figure it out. You know, that's part of the game. I mean, a lot of these people, again, nice people, but hey, if you're going to show up and you're going to tell me about, you know, how you really love this idea, you want a tough challenge, and then the next day you're complaining to me that it's too tough. I'm like, well, did you think it was false advertising? You know, I mean, see, that's the problem with going to a restaurant that has spicy food. You know, there is no definition for spicy food. You know, your idea of hot and spicy to me, you know, might be nowhere near. We can take that. No, we can't take the battery back. We already built the battery. You know, that right there, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Well, we're not tearing down another locker. Come on, another chance for an item. Come on, give us a blueprint. We got a blueprint, people. All right, fam, do we want to open it here, or do we want to wait and get it back home? How much suspense do we want to be under here? We want to be under none. Open it now. Okay, here it is. Batteries. Hey! So that's an example of a blueprint that you do not get in the game. Well, what do you mean it can't make a battery? Nope, when you start out, you can't make a battery. Well, how am I going to make a battery for my rover, my base, my ship, whatever? Go find an unknown signal. You know, a lot of the blueprints that people need in the first few minutes of playing on this scenario, you get from unknown signals. You get batteries, you get armor, you get gyros, you can get sensors, and now it takes a while for them to show up. In particular, the atmospheric thrusters. But once you get that, you know, your days of, you know, rover slumming come to an end, and you get to start flying. That was, I think that took us a while, but we got it. And all your starter vehicles do start with that starter vehicle taint. You do have to get rid of it. So I'd rather be here doing this than in a mine digging up ore, because this is at least, you know, to me it's more fun. You know, it's a chance to, you never know what you're going to find in some of the lockers. You might get some cool loot. You get to move around more. Like, it's entertaining. And if you find a drill, or a grinder rather, which we have not found yet, we do not have welders, we don't have grinders, we don't have drills. You know, we've found no block weapons, no block tools. All right, here's your last chance. Do you want this battery back at the base? I would say yes, but we already closed in. Already closed in the room. And since the room's already closed in, no. Alright, well, then the battery is now scrapped. And it's a source of copper. Yeah, it's going to be a few trips to get all those battery comps back up there. We should move the ship at this point. Nah. I mean, we're here. You know, if it was a... See, there you go. Let's start on the fence line. What is the fence giving us? It's giving us internal plates. Internal plates, that's all. Well, that's bauxite. We don't have to go mine. And we don't have any... I mean, in all of our time playing on this playthrough, we have only found one underground ore deposit. I mean, the rest of it has been meteors and boulders. And yeah, it has been. We're lucky. It was iron. We got two. Engineer 1 and 2 were just stone. And we definitely did not grasp the depth of the challenge that we had put together in the scenario. And we improved over each of those 2 playthroughs. We cannot be full already, are we? We are. Well, we gotta start dropping over here. So, yeah, Eagle 1 definitely needs more storage. I'm not a fan of these pods that we put on here, but I mean, I put them on here because we need disconnected storage, or rather we need connected storage. But, you know, in a jam, and that was not planned, that just worked out that way. We were flying along, and yeah, we are low on. Let's do a yeah, now these 3 are all connected, but stuff doesn't go into all 3 of them because they're connected by the small port. And all right, let's top off sleep and power. How are we on food and water? We're fine, but we could grab a drink. So let's grab that as soon as we stop. All right, we're fully recharged or good enough. Grab a drink. This is just sparkling water. Harassment and theft. A lot of stuff went on at these farms. Okay. Let's keep working on the fence. We're down here. Yeah, so that's a problem. You'll learn to love and hate stone. You'll become a stone expert. Now I noticed that you're putting all the scrap on that outmost pod on the far side. Aren't you worried about an unbalanced flight going back to the base? You know, that's a really good point. But let's see what happens. Let's see how bad it is. We did not find a... Oh, look at that. We got a dead engineer. Yeah, let's clean out our... We might get some cool stuff from this, like some superconductors. Could this be Engineer 2? So you don't get to loot them. But you do get superconductor and steel scrap. Now here's the problem. We come across the graves of some of our past engineers. How are we taking them out of here? Alright, do you want to head home? Or do you want to go? We're at 94 power. So, yeah, but we're full. Let's go drop off this load. And then come back. We are cargo connected back at the base with that landing pad. So that means we have a quick drop off and we can get this stuff going into refining. Again, our goal is to finish Blueberry Hill and get out of here. Let's not forget that. So we're going to build an oxygen and hydrogen tank, but we're not going to stay here to fill them. Magnesium, is that a boulder? Is that a crater? 170. Where is that? That is a magnesium boulder. Be hitting that before we leave here. I mean, that'd be worth taking. These are craters. There's too many of them. Again, if we had a mining ship, you know, especially with a vertical mounted drill, we could just be going around bop, 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 bop. So the reason for all these craters, besides the fact that Engineer 2 was living here, is all the other players that have come on the server, several of which had messaged me and said things like they found my base. And I had completely forgotten about this place. You know. Yeah, we definitely gotta finish this place. Alright, let's dock up. Yeah, we don't have any markers painted on this roof to let us know, you know, proximity to the landing pad or any of that. So we need to get that stuff going. Okay, as soon as we dock up, engines off, batteries in recharge. Okay, now, here's what we're going to do with all of our inventory. Alright, ship's inventory. And then show me the base. Where's that large cargo container? Here it is. Bottom connector. The refinery must be grabbing this stuff. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. A better spot for that stuff. Okay, that stuff's outside, and that's in the refinery. Okay, so we'll let the ship recharge for just a few seconds. And we're gonna grab all this stuff. Well, we didn't put anything in any of these. I know, I'm just checking them to make sure they're empty. How much did we wind up putting in here? How much is in the refinery right now? Yeah, don't come over here this way again for this. All right, let's get the last of this out of here. Is that all we put in these? No, it did slide over the stuff that was small. Yep. And these are not showing up in inventory. So we could have flown away carrying all this scrap. You know, we're flying the whole time. Why do you keep shutting off your damn engines? Your thrusters. Your jetpack. Small movements. Like a ballet. You know, that's one of those things I learned when I got my pilot's license. Was, you know, you can do a lot when flying with very slow motion, very limited use. You know, like put the aircraft into a stall was the one where it really came through. You know, and I was like, you know, and my, I mean, he's not my instructor. It was the guy who licensed me, got me my license. And he was like, okay, that was great. Now watch this. Click. Just a little notch, and the plane just went. And he goes, click, and we recovered. Excuse me. It was a very Long Island iced teas, the official drink of this channel. All right, we're out of here. We're heading to that other farm. The refinery is processing everything. Just make sure. Okay, the refinery is on. And how is production going? Got plenty of space in this large container. Oh, there's that extra round. Any other nonsense we picked up? No? All right. So we need, the only structural thing on the base we got to finish is that O2H2 tank. Why did that not close? There it goes. All right. Batteries in auto. Engines on. We are off. And we're clear. Alright, let's go find that other farm. Unknown signal. Yeah, I fear that we've hit every station on the planet. I mean, we have a couple left still, but I think we're at 8 that we've been to already. And we still haven't found someone that's selling vehicles or ships. I mean, if we get vehicles, we might get pistons, we could get a collector. I mean, we already have hydrogen engines, but we need a hydrogen thruster. And that's what's going to allow us to build a, this is our atmospheric shuttle. We need a shuttle to get us into orbit. Because once we're up in orbit, we can start building, a spaceship to start maneuvering around. I mean, again, our ultimate goal here is we're supposed to be surveying all the planets. Okay. We're just going to leave the ship up here and hop down and grab it ourselves. Okay, let's go. That's us. There's the unknown signal. Come on, come on, come on. Big money. Hey, still useful stuff. We could walk away right now, but, there's no reason to. We're here. We can still use all this scrap, and it just takes a few seconds to grind it up. Got to keep a positive attitude about going after signal after signal. You never know which one's going to have a blueprint that we desperately need. This is more manta ray on the front. Alright, let's head over to that other farm. Yes, I am not touching the doors to open them. They are all... Where's that other farm? Oh, here it is, Cobb Farm. Alright, so the names versus the farms and the buildings. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to toss them in the chat. You can hop on Discord. Okay, we're getting a target signal from way back here. That's not a warm and fuzzy. Where's our glide path? There it is. Alright, let's get out. So our current ammo condition is very little. Just seeing the one building. Gravity is fighting us to keep us level. See anything? Nope. All right, let's head on in. Remember, if we start taking fire, we got to fly off as quick as we can. Yeah, and then the question is, which way do you fly off right now? Right now, we start taking weapons fire. Bop, 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 bop. Which way do you fly? Straight up? I mean, we have a ton of lift. That keeps the front of the ship exposed, so now we lose our cockpits. Do you turn to the side? Well, we could lose our medical center. Like, there's all sorts of questions. None of them are the right answer, because every one of them has the ship taking damage. The cheapest way for us to take damage is to lose the wings. The problem then becomes, how do we fly the rest of the way? All right, this is strictly a scrap run. Let's get to work. Now, most important thing we're looking for here. Let's remind ourselves, what's the most important thing we want? We want, okay, we're locked. 2 engines off. All right, let's start looting. Break out the drills. Break out the grinder, rather. All right, we're here. Let's do the fence first, because the suspense of getting a locker will kill us. Yeah. You know, if you were going to do the fence first, why didn't you park us in the fence area? Because I didn't think we were doing the fence first. Just got here. I didn't have a plan of which way to go. Yeah, I think it's easy to forget the fence, but, you know, we're doing a lot of interior building. So why don't we do this with the drone? Well, because we haven't found any of the AI control blocks yet. That's a problem. Yeah, that's a big problem. And remember, this is grind to learn. You have to find... somebody asked me just the other day, they were like, is this research? I was like, no, it's not research, it's grind to learn. I guess they saw that they couldn't build everything they wanted right in the first few seconds, and just assumed that it was the research system. But where grind to learn is more devious. And if you've played this game more than once, you know the research system is very simplistic. I mean, it's just, hey, I want to learn how to build 50 different parts. All right, we'll go over here, grind down 1 battery. Oh, do I have to grind it all the way down and lose it? No. As a matter of fact, no, you don't. You just have to grind it down partially. Oh, well, so now have I lost it? No, you've got all the parts in your game. You just put them right back together. Like, it really is that easy. And, you know, that's great the first time you're learning the game. And again, your mileage may vary. You know, why GGW? Your game, your way. Well, sir, those initials don't spell that out. That's right, because it's your game, your way. You play it, spell it, whatever way you want there. You want to be Gandalf with a J, you go for it. I think that's the hard part about a lot of these games. I saw somebody did a list the other day of their favorite space games. And I was glad to see that Space Engineers was not on it. Because, you know, if they had done an honest review, they really would have torn this game apart for all the things that it doesn't have. Like, you'll notice that we're right near several space stations. We're the only people when we go there. There's not even like a robot walking around, you know, pushing a broom, or, you know, just standing there at the door as a sentry. We are the only people there. We're the only creatures, mechanical, AI, whatever. And then there's just this vending machine left. You know, this game is not a game with people. You want a game with people, play Empyrean, play No Man's Sky, you know, Elite Dangerous. You know, there's just, you have a lot of options for a space game. All right, well, dude, if this isn't, is this your favorite game, space game? No, it's not. It's not. This is not. It is. I'm not saying it's not fun. This game can be quite fun. However, as everyone knows, I stopped almost a year and a half ago, just cold turkey gaming. I had stuff to do. I was taking my wife on a trip around the world, and you know, we had stuff to do. So I shut down all the gaming servers. You know, it was Rust, 7 Days to Die, Empyrean, and at multiple times there were several Space Engineers servers running. Um, I was happy to do them, including the Discord servers. You know, we sat down and had famously had a dinner conversation with friends of ours, and you know they wanted to know one of them, you know, wanted to know what was going on and stuff. And after talking, I mentioned, you know, just the amount of gripes and complaints that people were. You know, I'm not happy with how you're doing this. It's like, okay, but no one forced you to be here, dude. You know, give some constructive criticism. You don't need to give negative criticism every day. Uh, and then we had a few people that were just outright racist or offensive. You know, posting their like a couple of very nice people that I game with who have a very different taste of humor when it comes to jokes and games. You know, like they don't have um, uh, hey, is this joke NSFW? What's that? Like that best describes their filter. You know, um, they don't know any way to post anything but stuff that's NSFW. You know, and it's funny. Sometimes it's humorous. Sometimes it's gross. You know, um, but it's and if that's what you're going to post 24/7, that's who you are. That's great. You know, I don't have a problem with that. We make an NSFW channel and you post all your stuff in there. And, you know, if somebody doesn't want to see it, you know, that's part of the beauty of, you know, freedoms and, you know, the internet access to stuff. If you don't like what someone's saying, you know, you could find another venue for it. So in the case of the Discord, we made the channels. Like, hey, here's the NSFW stuff. You don't have to see it. If you don't want to see it, you don't have to. Um, Years ago, I sold one of the large gaming sites that I had. The guy had like this huge community pre-Reddit days. But picture Reddit if there was just one folder /r. That was it. And this is what the guy had on his site. And he had a ton of people. I had constant, huge amounts of active conversation going on. You know, all different topics and stuff. It was a very lively place. Um, you know, he bought my site to get all the traffic, the content, the views, and the Google search results that all then, you know, redirected back into him. Um, you know, come on, come on, come on. All right, here it is. All right, come on, let's roll that wheel. Spin that wheel, Vanna. What do we got? We got a blueprint. All right, are we opening it here or back at the base? Who wants to be surprised back at the base? All right, we'll open it here. Let's go. Come on, give us something we need. We need pistons. We need mining drills, grinders, welders, a collector. Those would all be great. But if you could give us just one thing, give us hydrogen engines. Blast doors. Thank you. Thank you for that. I don't remember that being on my list. One component could not be deposited. All right. We'll start filling up the wing again. Yeah, that wing right there tells me that the shuttle needs more storage. But I don't know how many more, you know. I would not expand the shuttle anymore. I've said this, you know, before. If we need more storage, then we build another ship. Yeah, I know. I as soon as it said inventory full, I realized what it did. Went to the wrong spot. Made a drop off in the wrong location. Okay. So yeah, I took a break for a year, and then we were doing summer camp for the grandkids, and I needed a fun puzzle, and I I gave the deciding judicial authority, you know, their mom and grandmother, a whole bunch of game trailers and said, here's the games that are, multiplayer. So the grandkids play um, Minecraft and Roblox. I just don't. I mean, if they had picked Minecraft, I would have been spending this whole summer playing Minecraft. Let there be no doubt. That's that's where I would be. That's just the reality of it. I go with them. Um, but luckily, some of the games that they picked were um, they picked Astroneers and they picked Empyrean. If the hangar was, if we hadn't put the roof on the battery room, I would have been taking these batteries back. Absolutely. Okay, but do we really need them? It doesn't matter. We have space for them. I would be taking them back. And I'd be taking them back whole with the mag plate landing gears. I just took out that block and I lost my place now. There it is. All right, well, we are done here. I believe we have captured more than enough scrap for us to finish. Because we definitely, we're out of power. We can fix that in the cockpit. All right. Engines on. We are unlocked. Oh, you locked the mag plate. That's why you cannot lock it. All right, we are out of here. All right, 2 bookmarks to delete. That's an ELP higher molder. Let's find that other one. I'm sure we messed that other one up too then. Delete. And delete. Okay. Let's head on back home. Or rather back to Blueberry Hill. Oof, man. So we have money. We could go to the station and buy rockets. So we could go launch a rocket attack on that base. I think that's my... Is that a... No, that's a bolter. Yeah, and without a drill, it's not... We're not going to send it for nickel. I mean, if we're going to mine nickel, I'll go mine stone. Until we come up with something that has a desperate need for a ton of nickel. Because I'll take the partial nickel and get all the other stuff. So there's a complete mod list for this server in episode 1. We did wind up over time adding a few things. We added the small grids, additional packs of stuff. There's a mod that we have that we haven't used yet. We're gonna go build something with it right here. It's the tarps and net stuff. Let's figure out where we would put something down. We're gonna put it outside where we would do vehicle repair. Where would we bring a rover in for repair? And how would we do that work? Although, is that patronizing? Should we just go to the next station and make a small tarp? Come on, come around. Yeah, that extra weight is definitely off balancing us. Yeah, flight aerodynamics should be in the base game. It's a great mod, but it should be in the base vanilla game. You're going the wrong way. Got to come in this way. Yeah, we got to paint this thing. Got to paint this thing, put lights on it or something, so we know how to approach it. There we go. Yeah, see, we had no way to know we were on track for that anymore. Got to get that painting on that roof. Level us out. There you go. All right, batteries on charge. Engines are off. Let's get the ship emptied. Get everything down into storage. Okay, here's the base. Find me that large cargo container. All right, the assembler is tripping away. There's that large cargo container. We got quite a bit going on there. Where are we at right now? 37,000. All right, keep that on there. Got to get that from the outside. Okay. How are we on food and water? We're doing good. Oh, yeah, we gotta go. Where are you going? You got containers empty. It's interesting that the stuff flowed over to the far side. Alright, we need an easy way to get rid of this stuff. Move it. Let's get this one first. Oh man. Remember when I said don't turn your jetpack off? You know, it's a fuel conservation thing. It's just a habit. I keep, you know, I'm landed right here, so I want the jetpack turned on. Almost done. All right, so priorities here at the base. The only things we have to build are the O2H2 tank farm. I mean, we have a generator. We're going to move it because we built it without thinking. And then we're going to yeah, we should have more than enough materials here to finish this place, plus leave a stockpile here. I mean, that's kind of the best thing to do. Because, you know, here's the thing. You never know. We could be flying along and it has happened before. You know, we got just a little too close. We drifted in. Forgot how badly we were braking, because we brake very badly. I mean, this is as Space Cowboys taught us. You know, you want to call it a shuttle, then it's a flying brick. All right, one more trip and then we got it all. Get back to doing some building. Yeah, we're going to grab a whole bunch of steel and we're going to lay out poison in the fertilizer. That sounds outrageous. That's why they're game developers and not competition to Harry Potter. Oh man, that battery stuff is heavy. It's not heavy, it's bulky. It's the bulk that we have to deal with. Alright, so we're, yeah, just on this one. Alright, we are all done up here. Grab a bunch of steel. Let's get those tanks laid out. I need 100 of this. And give me a bunch of steel. Alright, so we're going to come down a level. Okay, what exactly does that mean, come down a level? I thought we were doing this in a color over there. Yeah, I want a slightly better color, something we can see. Okay, so we're just going to come out of here. Alright, now give me a... No, we want the T-junction. Okay. Alright, now come out. How far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we start the O2H2, so that's a connector in, it's 1 block wide, connector going out, and then a space. And then we've got 1, 2, and then we put oxygen tanks, 1 space, 1 space, and then the end piece. Gonna take down that tree? I'd rather not. Yeah, if you can leave the trees when you're building. Okay. Now come over. Did you drop something on the ground? 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Okay, so you come over 8. That's wider than the base. And now you're going to have to get rid of this tree. One, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to have to wait for it to despawn. So I guess you need a... Put the junction here. Really? You sure? Yeah, there's your T-junction. And then we have our beams coming out. This is a pretty huge area for a tank farm. Yeah, I know, but we're going to put the hydrogen in way out here in the end anyway. You know, for safety purposes. Because obviously we don't want hydrogen sitting right next to the base. Okay, but over here... If you've ever attacked an enemy base and accidentally blown up a hydrogen tank, which we unfortunately have in this series, it just puts a giant crater and it takes away all the loot that you were trying to gather. All right, we need to get some more steel plates. Okay, what are we doing in the middle? We're just going to do plates. We want to keep the girder sort of look open. So need that for piping. Where's all the steel we're supposed to be making here? He ain't making a lot. Some guy just showed up and took a ton of it. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, you know what would be really nice to have? Would be like a diamond grid sort of palette. Let's see what we can find. You know, something to make it look like it's a diamond plate. I mean, that ain't it. The battered armor is cool, but when you make a ton of it, it just gets, it looks like trash so quickly. It's not even, yeah, that's not it. We got too much concrete around here. I mean, if we were up in the Arctic area. I mean, I like putting those in control rooms, battery rooms, that sort of stuff, you know, to give us a... I think this is great for side panels. You know, when you're trying to, you have, in Space Engineers, you can only color a block once and all 6 sides get colored. So this is great if you're putting panels on something to hide the color behind it, because it gives you, you know, especially with a panel, you get this look right here. I mean, we could do this. I mean, we get a pipe sort of simulation out of it. Not really. No. Let's do... How about you connect the pieces up here? So let me say it again. There you go. Are we going to have this problem with every single piece you have to place? Turn your jetpack off. It's going to take us so long. Okay, so... And then here's what you can't do. Because... Like if we wanted to do this... You see how we're connecting it up? See, we could give it this look. Then it's like we're running the pipes down. We can't change the color of that piece in here, though. I think what we'll do this, and then we'll put a some type of blank on either side. Okay, so give me a blank, and then we'll repeat back to that pattern. So what would a blank of that be? No, if you're going to do that, okay, how big are the blanks? Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, and then we'll do this again. Well, that's the wrong way if you're doing it that way. That would be over here. Yeah, the committee for stop dropping steel on the ground would like you to stop dropping steel on the ground. Okay. pieces are we going to find down here? We're probably not going to find them. Okay, are you doing another path of this look? You can do it down here. You know, it's too late now, but what you could have done was run that along the top, on the sides, and then it would have been a piping going all the way down. Oh, now you tell me. Yeah, well, you know, I'm not a space artist. I don't really think of this stuff until... It's just a happy little tree between the two of us. No one else is ever going to notice or care that we put this happy little tree in here. Okay, then why are you going to all the trouble of doing it? Because we'll know it's here. It's our Wednesday hump day happy little tree secret. People who weren't here on hump day won't know that we did it. There's a big gap of those. It's even bigger down here. Well, out here you can see it. This is close to the building. Okay, so give me your other palette look. Obviously not. War-torn. If you think the other ones are bad, make a whole field of war-torn. I mean, it's been here a while. It's much easier in Arctic regions because then you just make everything frozen and that just solves the problem. You know, if it's frozen, it's we have way too much corrugated in this space. You know what? Let's do... just to see how this turns out. It's not that bad. Alright, well, we'll do a couple strips of that until we come up with something better to put down. You know, the Steel Manufacturing Association loves the way you're placing these plates. They're just ecstatic with all their product you keep throwing on the ground. Okay, that gives us one in between. Gotta put something different in there to break it up. Oh, you know what? We could do a plane, not an aeroplane. We could do a plane and put the chemical safety stripes down it. I'd rather we place the hydrogen tank and then put it around that. Put the hydrogen tank in and then we'll repaint one. You know, to match it. Well, let's put it down here so we know what we're doing. what are we saying now? The tanks go over here? No. We'll start building down here. Okay. Okay. Where's the hydrogen tank going? Well, I mean, it could actually go right on this corner. You know, we've got a walkway around it with this. So let's fill in these three. And then we'll put in a hydrogen tank. So when that appeared to me, it looked dusty until it finished. Just a visual artifact that appeared. All right, put the hydrogen tank in here. Yeah, give me a hydrogen tank. Okay, and obviously, that is going to be, where is our gloss? Okay. There's our hydrogen tank. She's way down there. Now where's that yellow line? Oh man, we didn't finish this. Well, that's our staircase coming down. So we might not finish this. If you're not going to finish it, why not? Good point. You're going to have to get that yellow color again. Where did we put it? Did we not color one in? No, it's somewhere back here. There it is. Okay. I'll make both ends of this the yellow tape. Just out of we're out of steel plate already. Yeah, this is burning through our materials. You want to burn through materials. Wait till we get upstairs and we start working on the let's get the frame of this done. Stairs for this are from the factory. Yeah, put a door on the factory. Let's think this out. Okay, here's your piping. Okay, put a door on the factory. Man, I wish we had brighter sunlight. People want to hear you say put a door on the factory for the 5th time. Okay. If you put a staircase going down here, that's going to affect your design for this wall. Door, airlock door. I'm putting a hatch. And we're not doing a cellar door. No need for that. Excuse me. Just give me an offset door. Okay. So we come out the door. Let's put in some staircases. Go grab the staircase color so we don't have to look it up again. Okay, now coming off the staircase, come out to a landing. And then give me the railing. No, it's a corner piece. There you go. You are missing construction comps. Bum, 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 bum. Where are they? Is this thing working? She's on. Okay. Give me a railing. You know, if you're going to give me a railing, give me a badass railing. The one that comes over here. Then give me the wall right here. Now we're going to come. Give me a straight. Then come down. There we go. So we got a little bit of presence out here now. All right. What's next? I'm sure that's a spammer. All right, we're back. So I took that opportunity to give the dogs a little bit of a walk. Let them have some fun outside. The weather's lovely. I'll be joining them in a bit. All right, so we're getting rid of these. And we're disconnecting this. All right, let's move that over here. There's nothing in this, is there? Nope. Oh, there you go. We just got some movement out of it. Come on. Come on. this way. Okay. Are we going to let it stay on its side? No, we're not. Drag it over here the quickest, easiest way possible. And then we're going to stand it up. Are we going to have to fulcrum this thing upright? Okay, just do the fulcrum technique. Looks like we need another block of slope. Since it's a 2-block high thing. Let's try it now. There we go. The power of modern machines. The power of modern machines. Okay, now we're going to put this thing right here and go get me the parts to make 2 weld pads. Okay, is there anything in Q? No, there's not. All right, give me 2 digipads in Q. All right, let's just, hey, that's how you do it. Simple machines. That's how it works. Are we carrying any scrap? Yeah, we are. All right, we got the parts to make 2 weld pads. So now we're going to put 1 over here. Yeah, I will tell you this from experience. Never build the weld pad first. Get the thing lined up and then move the weld pad later to help you with placement. Like, see, right now we're 100, 193. We just got to keep moving down here. Look at that, we're done. Now we get rid of this, and we are here. Look at that. We carried a O2H2 system. Put it in place. Okay, here's where the piping gets weird / unusual. We're going to go with regular old pipe. All right, this needs to be a T. No, we're going to do this. Now this has to come out the wall. Are we sure? I mean, we could do this. Come out the wall this way. And then we put a regular block underneath, and that'll make that airtight. Not that we need it airtight, but all right, so make that a flange. And then we need to come down. And then this has to go up. Okay, there's our piped-in O2H2 system. Now, let's come down here. How are we on fuel? We are on fumes. Let's get upstairs and get recharged. Fill. Okay, food and water. Grab something while we're here. Yes, we have been living off that tofu soup for some time. I mean, we took forever to make it. Okay. Number 3, 2. Okay, in preparation for there being other tanks here, we're going to make this a T. This way. Okay, flange. Now we're going to come up. Up, do we have to come for this? Okay, she is on that line here. So that means we make our turn here. Flange, give me the pipe going down, across here. We'll get that later. When is later? I don't know. Later. Give me a flange. Okay, hydrogen system's connected. Okay, so now give me an oxygen tank over here. So where are you putting the oxygen tank? We're going to put 2 of them right here. As they fill up quickly, they are small. And we're going to change our color to the oxygen green. And they only have the top connection. So that's where they go. Now. Why are you putting all these T's when you know it's the end? Because we might add more. And the way to add more is to make it on a curve. So now we need the caps. Cap here. Put a cap over here. And now we need a red cap down here. Okay. The only thing missing is a tank over here for storage of ice. Which we're not going to do. Yeah, we're not getting into the mass business of ice. Yeah, so like this block right here is the last one we'd want to finish. Alright, so we've got a safe way to get down and observe the platform. And we got the platform out here. Oxygen, bit of separation, hydrogen. Okay. What's next? Well, thank you for joining. If you have any questions about anything we're doing, where we're at, what we're working on, just holler in chat. You can join us on Discord. And you're welcome to join us on the server, Intense Summer Heat. Okay, so this is a base that our second engineer built and then apparently died. And several months later, we found it. I mean, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago we found it. And I didn't even remember the name of the place. So we've repaired all the damages. We've kept the same generic structure. You know, it was a roll-on, roll-off base. So we finished what was here, and we repaired all the damage. We're still using the same mine that we were using back in May to get resources for this base from. We brought in a small factory. This guy, this basic assembler, and this cargo container were over here. We moved them. You know, we've added a little bit of a medical room that is pressurized. So we do have a respawn point, lockers. So we've got a little bit of a base going. Now, upstairs, the crew, if you've watched episode 1, the crew of the Intense, IN-10, as the was 14. So we've added berthing up here for all 14 of them. That's one of the things that we're doing on every base. Until we end on any ship we build, we're doing berthing for large crews. It adds to the complexity, the weight, the challenge. We got to get this thing built. So we went on 2 base runs earlier today. All that stuff's being refined. And I think at this point, we've added the landing pad up here on the roof. There's Eagle 1, our atmospheric shuttle. So we've got this stuff to finish welding. That's a lot of it. And then we've got upstairs. And I think once that's done, we're in a good position to get out of here. We are, am I carrying them on me? No, I dropped them off. We are station hopping. We do not have welders, grinders, or drills, and we don't have pistons, collectors, we don't have atmos. We have atmos, we don't have hydrogens. So we are stuck on this planet until we can find a member of the crew that found hydrogen engines, or we can find hydrogen engines ourselves. So our best bet for finding hydrogens is Yeah. How do you find hydrogen engines on a Earth-like planet? You look for wrecks. However, in looking for wrecks, we've got to find a wreck that is not armed to the teeth, because we are armed to the gums. It's just the sad reality is that the way we've got the game configured, it is very difficult to make ammo. Right now we've got the credits to buy it if we find something that we really want to take out. And I'm not opposed to that. However, I do think that our first stop kind of needs to be all the stations, because I mean we can go. We're at 1.5 million credits right now. I think somewhere around there. If we can get if we can get ourselves Blueberry Hill. Three. 4 now. If we can get ourselves a hydrogen thruster, we can be in orbit and we can find everything else. It is just way more difficult down here on the planet. Let's see. Do we want to weld this place up, or do we want to go upstairs? That is a tough call. Let's see where we are on steel, because we're going to need a lot of steel. We're heavy. Internal plate is actually heavier than the... Also, I just realized we have to build a food production place with the greenhouses. Yeah, see, coming up and doing this, we need a lot of mixed parts. So this is going to be a lot of running back and forth, because we'll bring up all these internal plates and I'll just forget what ones we're doing. I mean, that's the reality of it. I'll just get distracted. And we still have a roof to finish. I think we should do the roof last, because we need the light in here. You know, if we come up here and close in the roof, we'll just make it darker for us to see. So all the light we get, the better. Why is this assembler not spitting out? We need more than that. Where did all that scrap and iron go? Here's the refinery. Oh man, that wasn't even close. No, it's going over in that other container. Oh, it's going over there. Yeah, I don't even know why we kept that. I mean, I know why we kept it. It was part of the original base. I mean, that's really all the answer we need. It was here, so we're keeping it. I mean, it's not a good answer. You know, we moved it around, weld plated it down. So I like how those lined up. I mean, I realize we're not playing, you know, we're not painting a FIFA soccer field, but what do we have to do? Spin them around. That corner is a dot and black. That corner. No, that wouldn't work either. How do we have to route? Who knows? What? I mean, are we gonna take the time to figure it out? Well, if we figure it out right now, we could move all those other plates. I mean, it's not bothering me that much. Yeah, it is noticeable. That is not a great pairing there on that alignment. Let's just get the floor done. One, two, three, four, 6. The parcel we get. We're still carrying steel. Yeah, this is 5. This is way better than us using 8. Yes, it has less of an armor protection value. But, you know, if you don't need to put down a full block, don't. You know, you can put down a half block, you can put down plate, you can do a lot decoratively. Plus, you know, it changes the variety of what you're building. You know, everything just doesn't have to be that single armor block. Spruce it up. I mean, the argument really is, hey, you built that. That's great. Now can you do it better? And this is one that I'm definitely a fan of, I believe, in your building. See how we can access this thing? You know, we can get to it and all of its sides. You know, that's part of... And what's a shame is that with these, you know, once this is finished, you won't be able to access that button. It's covered up. You know, that's a bad decision on Keen's part. Do we need a chair and a cockpit down here? Not a cockpit, a console chair. I mean, this is outside. We're going to keep this as outside.
Energy low.
Yeah, do you see how we're still... See, we still got steel on us. Steel plate. You know, because all these aren't blocks. And it allows you to do this. See, you've got a bit of character underneath here. You know, everything is not just a solid blob. And I'm not a, I'm the first one to tell you, I'm not a graphical person. You know, my, all right, where can we go to recharge our panel? I mean, I know we can go up to Eagle 1. We didn't put a chair in here of any kind, did we? I mean, we can sit on the toilet. Does this give us power back? Yes, it does. Is it returning any sleep? No, and it shouldn't. No, it did. It gave us some sleep. Look at that. Well, there you go. That's another option you have on your ships and vehicles to get around. You know, put in a bathroom if you can't put in a... Okay, we need a tool locker around here. Because I'm tired of the tools junking up the thing. So grab some steel and a little bit of this. so this goes out to the factory. Need a door right here. Alright, well these don't need to be double wide blocks. You know, if you do that with the lockers over there, that's a good idea. Then you could get behind them. Alright, well then give me a door. And then we're putting a window in. It's almost like you're reading my mind. Okay, these things are only airtight on that one face. Do I move that door over one? Well, then it's two doors side by side. And that's not very feng shui. Let's put those shelves in. They're not part of that. They're not. What are they part of? What is 8? 8 is heavy armor. 9 is heavy armor, so they must be part of the regular shelf system. There they are. Okay. They gotta have a better. Like this. Okay, shelf 1. We need girders. Shelf 1s. Give me a shelf 2. Now let's see who this one is. Not a day goes by without a bunch of spammers. That's the sad part about that would have been my way to win the presidential debate. That would have ensured my vote for one of those two candidates last night. We will hunt down the telemarketers and just they won't walk or breathe ever again. And that would have been okay. So we've got space for a couple shelves in here, and we can get behind these shelves that we're going to be most commonly using. Great. Remember we said we needed a locker to put stuff in? Yeah, we'll put that over here. Alright, so give me an outside wall here. Well, I need another door. Okay, there's There's your door. Can't really put shelves in front of those, can you? No, no, we can't. I would use them this way with a window. Or I would change. I'd get rid of these guys, put this one's in, and then this one's, these they. Are those they? I'd get rid of these blocks, change them to this transition piece. And now we're down here with a half block wall. And then we'll put the windows in. Great, but what do you put at ground level? Yeah, that is a... Alright, well let's plan on that then. You're gonna put these in. It's an awkward entrance there. Yeah. And then we're gonna run the windows going across. We'll replace those. Okay, which windows are you running across? We're running these guys. So the other base, these are vertical. What is their strength? 1540. All right, what if you just do a regular window? It's 900. What side is the... Okay, there's your inverse 2 by 3. 2 by 3. Okay, so we've solved our window wall problem on this side. Can you just do the same thing over here? We can, might as well. Okay, looking out into the factory. Oh, it's because you put the roof on there. Oh, we did not think about that, did we? No, you have to put this out here. That barking for no reason is brought to you by Angus, the official barker of no reason in this channel. Two by 3 flat embers. Come on. Are we out of girders? Yes, we are. Alright, we need more girders. Where do we use all those girders up at? Okay, lots of visibility into this place. That is a window, in case you were wondering. Change these. No, that's going to cover up the whole roof up there. Let's go with that angle. See, that's the problem with this. It covers us here, but then we have this over here. I'm just going to do a 45. So the sound you're hearing is Angus. That's Angus outside being tortured. Tortured, I tell you. How is he being tortured, you may wonder? He's outside. Now, you may recall that just a few minutes ago, we were listening to the lovely serenade of Angus inside the house, screaming that he was being tortured. How was he being tortured inside the house? He was inside the house. So in the span of just a few minutes. Okay, remember the thing you came here to do? Yeah, we were supposed to build a locker. Okay. How do you want to build that locker? Let's do this. All right, now, where are those lockers? Number 7. Lockers. Okay. We need one for tools. And then a weapons locker. That's a door, don't block that. Alright, well, give me 2 tools. And 2 weapons racks. And that gives us a place to store everything. Let's get at least 2 of these lockers built so we can get... Oh, we can pull parts from here. What do you have queued up that we're pulling parts from? Pipes. That's why we're not getting them. Okay, well, when we can finish these, we'll come back. What do we have on hand here? Steel. Why do we still have so much steel? I don't know. Why were you building the inside of the factory? Because I got distracted. See, that's the problem with having so much wireframe, unfinished. You step back for a second, you look around, you're like, all of this is priority. It's like, no, it's not. What's your priority? Well, I guess the priority is to be able to take scrap and turn it into, ingots. Okay, we did that. Now what's your priority after that? I think that gets harder because you get, like an idea pops into your head. And suddenly it becomes, hey, okay, this needs displays. All right, so there we have an armor locker. We painted them the wrong colors. Okay, so we got an armor locker. Let's grab all the weapons out of inventory. Because we happen to have quite a few of them. All right, let's go to the LCC. Drop off the scrap. Okay, I want all these weapons out of here. Well, yeah, we keep see, this is another reason why I'm not a fan of, raiding the POIs or the stations. I mean, I understand you're starting out, you're broke, you need money, you need credits. Cool, that's cool. No one's saying not to do that. But once you have, a pile of them, you got to go make yourself a locker. You need somewhere to put these things. So let's put them in here and get them out of our inventory. Uh, weapons locker 01. Off, off, and okay. Finish the other ones. We'll label them. Okay, now we got this one. Build vision, build planner lines. Okay, now this is factory locker 01. Okay, now give me all the extra tools that are in inventory. So if you show up here and you're looking for tools, don't go to the giant main cargo, which is full of, components. Instead, go to a weapons locker. That's where you find what you're looking for. Anything in the queue? No. Okay, 1, 2, 3 gets us over to here. Okay, once we get these finished, we'll do the one up top, and then we can pull inventory from down here. So Mount Ruver is a huge sorter system. We've got sorters going out to a storage cavern. We don't have any of that here. So if you're looking for where's the sorters and all that other stuff, we don't have. Okay, we're now green to here. Okay. Now we can pull right from here. Don't finish that one is the thing we have to remember, though. As long as we don't accidentally finish that one. Tightrope walking. This pipe is like a meter wide. It's not really tightrope. I think we're running out of parts. Give me a whole bunch of oh, look at that. She gathered bottles. We could start our refillings here. Yeah, this is my preferred way of doing like a long connection like that. I would rather how did I miss those? Because you got distracted. You had to go build a bunch of lockers and walls and all other sorts of nonsense. Okay. Like that. This and this. We are out almost about this stuff. Put the floor down first. A little bit of lag for a moment there. a steel plate for that stuff. How are we doing on interior plate? I mean, if we know that the interior plate is done here, we don't have to carry any more interior plate. Okay, small steel tubes. We have any more interior plate left on? Yeah, we do.
Energy low.
Okay, do we have any place on the base to recharge her? Other than Eagle 1. Yeah, we finished those tables upstairs. Oh, that's right, and we found out that we could sit in the bathroom and medical. So here's the base. It is definitely not a brick cube. I mean, I have video of my first Space Engineers playthrough, and I built a cube. And then at the end of the cube was a merge block system with pistons to drill, and it was very ugly looking. Now, this is still a cube. It's just got some height to it. There's a little bit of breakup, you know. We got some windows, we got some doors, colors change, you know. There's a little bit of character. Not a lot, but it is a little. I cannot believe we burned through it. We made 2 trips in Eagle 1 and we burned through all that material already. Let's just run construction comps down the pipe. Okay. Small steel tubes. That's the next big part we need. What does this need? Nothing, she's finished up. Did we not queue up small steel tubes? I mean, it doesn't matter how many you queued up if you don't have the parts for it. You're not getting it built. Ouch. We are out of iron. Alright, well, again, if I have to do lunchtime mining runs of we're going to burn up every other component first. You should go finish that kitchen up there in the that's a good point. Let's go finish that, then we can take the rest of that stuff out of inventory. Because at least if we're going to empty out the inventory container. Yeah, we got all this food stuff we could use up. Let's get that somewhere. Wow. Yeah, we really just... We gotta get a greenhouse going too. Let's find out what that kitchen needs to finish it. Finish it. All we did was put down 1 block. Okay, clear the queue. Let's get these finished. Okay, let's get the parts for these 2. We'll grab them right here. Ding. Holy cow. All right. Well, I thought we would have gotten. I mean, we've made quite a bit of progress. I'm not going to diminish how much work we've gotten done here. But yeah, we got to go back out for steel and iron, or stone and iron runs. We still have that iron boulder out there to farm. Yeah, and we've got a lot of iron deposits, and we've got the stone. I mean, push comes to shove, you know, like there's some easy pickings here. We are. Did we miss a freaking maintenance message? Yes, we did. All right, well, we're in the middle of a server maintenance restart, and I was not paying attention. So, and we need to go on a steel run. So we'll take this opportunity. Yeah, we'll just take this opportunity to take a break. When we come back, I will have eaten lunch. Apparently, check the mail, um, and then I will be down in the mine. I would love to estimate how much stone we have to bring up. Because we know we can bring up 2,000 units of stone per run. We bring up 2,000 units, we get 100, 200, 300,000 units of it. We know how long that takes. you know, and and then we could start the processing. But oh man, this is a small base. This is a small base without a lot on it. There's no computers. There's no automated doors. There's no defenses. Zero defense. I mean, this is a small base. You know, if you're living and playing this game where you just bolt three things together, you're missing out on a lot of stuff. So, all right, everybody, I will see you after maintenance, lunch, and my time working in the coal mine.